Welcome back. We're now hearing a lot of reaction from the community after Michael Brelo was found not guilty yesterday. Family members, city leaders, and activists in the community are now speaking out. And I'm now joined with Angel Arroyo. He's joined us after the verdict yesterday and attended some of the protests that are in our area. And I know you haven't had much sleep. I really appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate it. It's early today.
Yeah, you've been keeping an eye on our city. And let's start with the protests following the verdict coming down. What were your thoughts about what happened in the city?
Throughout most of the day, I thought it was great because we were able to show that we're frustrated, they're aggravated, but at the same time, we know how to voice our opinion without destroying our community. And throughout the whole day, the protesters were able to walk down the streets. The protesters were able to voice their opinions. They shut some streets down, but at the same time, they didn't destroy anything. And it just showed the whole world that was watching that we can do this, and a protest can be done without destroying our community.
You've been planning for a long time, and talk about how you think that helped with keeping the peace.
One thing that we learned throughout the past couple weeks as a lot of the outside agencies have come in to meet with us is Cleveland's different than Ferguson. We're different than Baltimore. We actually had groups that were prepared for the protesters, and not to stop them from protesting, but to actually keep them voicing their opinion. And so we had the federal government come in, and they said, we didn't have these in these other cities. The police department reached out to the community. I'm talking about the Cleveland police, and said, right, what can we do to make sure that our city's not destroyed and your rights are, and you're able to voice them, and our police officers will stay safe. And they reached out to the Peacemakers Alliance and the churches, and we've been talking with them for the past couple weeks, and they let us do our thing in the community, let us form our groups of neighborhood watches, I guess they call them marshals, that's what government like to call them, but we just call them just walkers in our community. And we're able to work with them, the churches, and so we formed a strong community group that made sure when this verdict comes down, if it's not what we like, that we had it under control. And we built that relationship with the youth, the gang members. Right. We had gang members coming out and telling their friends and their groups and their cliques or whatever you want to call them, do not destroy your community. And we've been screaming to them, 2 days or 2 hours of destruction is going to be 20 years of rebuilding. And if you don't like where you are now, don't destroy it anymore, because you'll be stuck with that and your kids as they're growing up.
Angel, I love that motto that you said, that just 2 days of trouble and 20 years of your life should change. And you look at how far it would set back this city. Talk about the example Cleveland is now, because Ferguson and Baltimore were the example of what could happen. But what is the message that Cleveland has sent the rest of the world?
I believe that Cleveland has shown everyone you can do this. You can be frustrated, you can be pissed off, and you can voice your opinion. But one thing that people in the projects or poverty need to learn, your vote counts. And I tell people, 1,000 people united will always tell the one man over us that laughs at the 1,000 people divided, we can do this. And I say that by experience. I just won an election in Lorain, Ohio as a councilman. And the precinct that I won my ward because the people that never vote came out and voted this election. And so that's what's important. We need to be able to put people in office that's going to feel for us and know our struggles and know our pain and be able to fight for us.
Angel, you have a very powerful voice, and thank you for all your work. I know, again, you've had very little sleep, but you are keeping an eye on the city, you and your group, and I really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's hope we have more protests, but they're like the peaceful ones that we've been having.
Definitely.
Thank you.